move us a little bit here so we can see where we're at. So I have these two pieces for the clamp. Now I need to make something that's going to use this little piece here. So you might have a little plus sign that has some holes in it. That's what you would want to make your piece to. I'm going to draw right here on this little plane. So I'm going to create a plane, sketch right there, and I'm just going to make a circle. And I'm going to make that circle right here. See where that circle is? And it jumped right over there. That's going to make this much easier for me. And I want to make this bigger than the servo. That's like the main thing. Bigger than the servo and that little box that's mounting that motor. And that's actually the only sketch I'm going to need for right now, because that plate, if I click these two things in here, these two circles by holding shift, I'll click these two. I can go and I can extrude that. Remember, we always want that to be a new body, but it'll pick up that little pattern. And in your case, it might pick up that little plus sign. The next thing I want to do is I want to drag this up until it closes over that little plus sign. So I think about 5 is probably good. And I don't want to join it. I definitely want it to be a new body, and I'm going to click OK. So when that servo moves, it's going to twist this entire base plate. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw on here. We're going to create a sketch there. And I am going to actually use this offset tool again. I just don't want to do any work that's unnecessary, and I don't think you should either. I'm going to make this 5 millimeters. And I'm going to extrude that so that it comes down a little bit, but we have just essentially like a little gap. It doesn't really need anything. I'm just doing this more because some of you do have designs that you may want to make circular, or you might need a tread system, or you have lots of other ideas floating around right now. And so I just want to respect that and kind of like give you a minor tutorial for that. So I'm going to extrude that down to 5. We're going to join it with that top base. So when we look at it, it should be kind of like a really shallow cup. That shallow cup is for this, and that is the part that now will rotate when that servo rotates. The next thing I'm going to do is I am going to draw, just like we did here before, a little box cut out with those little hole cutouts. And I'm going to make a plate that goes down here to the base. So the first thing I got to do is I have to look at this and say, yep, is that going to hit the circle? Sure is. That's good. Just look at it from both sides. Yep, that should be pretty good. And we're going to create a sketch. So that sketch can be as simple as the one we did before. We want a rectangle that's slightly bigger than that little rectangle on the back of the motor. And we want 4 holes. So that means I want a hole here. And I like to keep these standard. Remember, we did 5.5 before, so I like to keep them about there. I'm going to do the same thing over here. It even found a little circle for me. How nice. And I'm going to do that. Next thing I'm going to do is zoom out. I'm going to do the same down here. Now, it did not give me that little circle, so that tells me this may or may not be centered. But as long as that's floating around where the other motor is, we're going to be okay. But if it's slightly off, like this one, just remember, you can scoot it over, okay? So we want it to be about right there. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to draw a rectangle or some shape. Remember, those had sort of like different shapes, all kinds of different shapes when we looked at it. And I just want to make sure that these are like some kind of round numbers. So I like to make it about 50. And for this one, let's say this one's about 100, because I do want it to run into that plate. Worst case scenario, double check it. Sure enough, it's going to make something weird there. So let's make this one 90 and see if it still makes contact, because we do want it to join. Nope, doesn't. So we're going to make this 95. Yep, that should, and it won't be too bad, even if it does make that. And yeah, that's pretty much what I want. Now I'm going to hit finish sketch. I'm going to extrude that. If you look over here, we extrude this, but remember, you want to double check to make sure it's not extruding anything you don't want, and that it is including everything you do want. So in there, we want to make sure that's included. And then remember, this is just the plate. So we're going to extrude this maybe right, 5. We could even make it 10. We don't want to cut. We do want it to be a new body. We're going to join it with this bottom piece. Ooh, 10 looks like it's poking out. And it won't really matter, but it's just annoying to not have, a nice flush surface. But it looks like it's not going to either way, unless I make it like 7. 7's pretty perfect. Okay, so we have a new body. There's this tool. It's called Combine. You can click this and you can click that, and they will join, okay? But before we do that, what I would recommend, only because it makes this much, much easier, is trying to use something like our mirror tool. So mirror is right here. If it's a separate body, we could grab that. It just needs a plane. So first things first, we want to look at this thing and we want to see, is our plane evenly spaced? No. So we have to make a plane. This is the offset plane. We would need to see where our planes are, and then we want to go top down. Again, we are not doing this for anything more than a quick sort of eyeball, yeah, that could kind of work. You know, you're going to measure this. I'm just doing this fast so you can understand it. And yeah, that's going to probably work. We're going to click mirror here. We're going to grab this object. We're going to grab this plane. It's going to mirror right there. We're going to look at it. Too close. I'm going to show you a trick for taking care of that. But for right now, that's going to probably be just fine. If the motor moves in slightly, not the end of the world. If we really want to go back and we want to edit this, we can edit it because you will be using like not this component probably version. Or you could just come in here and just scoot back the plane that you're mirroring. But I'm telling you right now, this is close enough. If it's off by 0.5 millimeter, it could affect things if we were doing a high precision robot. But in this case, this is probably about as good as we need it. Now, keep in mind, our next step will be to make those arms that can rotate so that this can go backwards and up. That's what these two servos do. Right now we have two servos mounted. We have a third one on the base so this thing can rotate. They both have mounting plates. This one's mounted to it. But these little attachments, those are the things you measured in class. Those are going to be the things you add